Today is part 5, and this will be for the rest of your house. So as you know, we did the kitchen, which is central for cooking all your food. For those of you that are kitchen witches, for lack of a better name, who put their magic into your cooking, this is a great place to start because food is central to getting together with your community, with your family. And without a clean, decluttered kitchen, we can't put our emotions and our love into that food. We then tackled the bedroom, which is your space that you will meditate in and that you can be alone in. That's a very important space to declutter. It's also where you would do magic with your partner if you are into sex magic, for example. It's also a place where you want to decorate it aesthetically pleasing for restful sleep. Now, the whole house should be aesthetically pleasing as well, and we talked about that in the other videos. If anything is not bringing you joy and excitement, and it's just, oh, I remember that thing from way years ago, and it's more like a nostalgia thing, but it's not really truly bringing you joy, but you just want to hang on to the memory, take a picture. It's taking up space in your house that you don't need. So we're on to part 5. I thought it would be 4 short videos, but it wasn't. And that's okay, because I want to be detailed for you. Honestly, for pagans, we need to realize that when you clean and declutter your house, it does actually improve your life for anyone. The goal isn't to constantly clean. And so when you declutter your house, it's easily cleaned. Let's look at it this way. If you lost an item, would you really miss it if it wasn't there? Take a picture. Getting rid of your items is not a waste of money. Don't think about it like, oh, I could sell that one day. The money you are wasting for your storage to keep that item is never going to be what that item is worth. It might have been worth it at the time, but it's no longer serving the good for you. To hunt for misplaced items is never an effective use of your time. Everything needs its place. You can either have your space and be peaceful in it, or you can have your stuff, which is a boundary that you've created to keep people away or to keep you safe. You might not even know that, but it's in your head. It's a thing that says, oh my God, I'm never going to be poor again, so if I have these items, I'll be okay. You're going to be okay without them. Clutter smothers. Let's dive in and fix your house and your life today. Here we go. Remember, if you guys have already cleaned out the kitchen and the bedroom and now the living room, you are feeling fantastic. And you can probably put way more than 10 minutes a day in. But again, if you have a really, really busy schedule, it's okay. You can still do the 10 minutes. When you do the first thing on the list and then each thing afterwards, put your music on, then set your timer. Don't forget to dance, and then have fun doing that item on the list. And don't forget to pause after each thing I mention on the list. So I'm just going to list them all off. The bathroom, your home office or little office space, your little computer desk space, Then we're going to do the attic or the basement or both if you have them. And in this, I want you to include the garage. Now, after each room, you might have those 4 boxes full and then some. Perhaps you had to get another 4. If you get those boxes full before we get to the end of the house, then I want you to skip ahead to the end of the video and we will deal with them there. And so that they're empty and you can begin another room or another 2 rooms or however long it takes for you to fill those boxes, okay? So there'll be a little special thing at the end. So here we go. Don't forget to pause after each thing on the list. So we're starting with entryway clutter. The first thing on the list for the entranceway is bags, purses, and backpacks. Pause the video and I'll see you soon. Hi, the second thing on the list is shoes and slippers and or boots. Pause the video. The third on the list is jackets and coats. Pause the video. The fourth on the list is mail or magazines. Get those done, get them sorted, deal with them before you return. So if there's anything in the mail that you have to pay right away, a bill, etc., go and put that there. Or make sure you have a little file cabinet with a to do today or to do, and then you can go from there. And then you always put it by your little computer or things to do where you can see it first thing in the morning. Get those out of the way. Don't let them pile up. That's overwhelming. Okay, pause the video. See you soon. The fifth thing on the list is extra keys. Now we're going to go through the whole house, if you will, or the things that you needed to relocate. Probably the keys are in there. Put them in that box. Put the extra keys in the relocate box. Or check them all out now and throw them in the garbage. We don't need those keys. Some of them, you don't even know what they're for anymore. You've kept them so long. Pause the video. We'll see you soon. 6, accessories. Any accessories that you've left in the front entrance. That could be scarves. Maybe you took off your bracelet. I don't know. You have toques. Anything. Go deal with that. And perhaps you might want to purchase a small little plastic bin so that you can see what's in them. I have one that I mark summer clothes / winter clothes. And I just changed them out in my closet every time the season changes back and forth. You might want to do that as well. Okay, guys. Next would be our checklist to go through to make sure that we didn't forget anything. So you want to look for old, worn out purses, bags, or backpacks that you never use anymore. Really, are you going to fix them? If not, they're garbage. If they're just worn out, but you never really use them, give them to someone that could use them. There's lots of homeless people. There's lots of low-income people. And there's even shelters for abused women or men that could really use these things because they've made the plan to get out, but they had no way of retrieving their stuff. Lots of good things that we can do for people. Checklist number 2 is worn out shoes. If you got holes in the bottom and you're meaning to take them in, but you haven't, throw them out. Or perhaps they don't fit you right. They're always, like one of my sandals are always grabbing onto my toe. So I use those ones only for costume, and so I put them right away, and I bandage my toe or tape that in a different area because it's like Roman boots. They're cool. But if you have not worn your boots or shoes in over a year and they're still good, give them to someone. Or if they're really good, put them on Facebook Market. They go fast. You'd be surprised. Do the same with old, worn-out coats and jackets. Broke or extra umbrellas. Give them away if it's extra. If it's broken, throw it out. If it's not, have a place. Get something up there so that it's by the door and you could grab it when you go. But you only need one, perhaps two, if there's you and your husband or you and your spouse. Old mail that's sitting there forever that you're not going to do anything with, throw it out. Old magazines, throw them out. Or if it's extra keys that you are using, put them in your jewelry box in a special bag where you're not going to lose them. And now remember that you can put your box there of things that are waiting to be taken away. So you've already phoned the donation place and they're coming to pick up your items. Now, if there's any trash or other miscellaneous items that I didn't mention, put the trash in the trash and those miscellaneous items put in one of those 4 boxes. Oh my gosh. Now when people come in, they see you like, wow, it smells fresh. It's inviting. Make sure you have beautiful things around that's really inviting to people. You can Google that, I'm sure. What makes an inviting impression when you come into someone's house? And now we're going to do the bathroom. This is a place where, for me as an autistic person, I can put on makeup. I can become someone else if I want to be theatrical. I can do my hair different. And remember, every time you do something like this, you actually change your beliefs about what you look like inside. You can become a powerful person, a singer, whatever you want in the mirror. It's easy to do. It's a place where you feel good. You cleanse all that negativity off in the shower. You might want a bath where you have your candles going. This could be a very secret place, but it's a place where we get rid of things, whether it's stuff that goes through our body, and we can imagine all the stresses of the day just washing away down the drain. Remember to write this down. I don't think I said that at the beginning of this video, but write it down in your calendar, what you're going to do and in what days you're going to do. And put these into those days. This is your journal. We're going to start your grimoire, so to speak. And these are the things that is going to be in there during these days every year. And it's going to be like a repetitive schedule. And the more you do these things, the more it becomes second nature. And it gets easier and easier every year. And it's just done. You get it out of the way in the morning, at the spring, from Imbolc to the spring equinox, or from Imbolc all the way through the spring equinox up until June. It's a wonderful feeling, and it's great for ritual. So let's go through the bathroom items before we clean that. Again, remember, just pause me after everything I list and then come back. Okay, so number 1, hair products. Pause the video. Number 2, body washes and scrubs. Pause the video. Number 3, hair brushes and combs. Pause the video. Number 4, shaving products and mousses. Number 5, any electrical items that you might have in there. Electric toothbrush, electric shaver, blow dryers, curling irons. Pause the video. And number 6, all your makeup and skincare products. Number 7, all your medicines and Band-Aids. Number 8, so any cleaning products. Number 9, towels and cloths of any kind. Number 10, rugs or mats. So this would be your bath mat. Maybe there's one around your toilet. Maybe there's one in front of your sink. But also go to the rest of the house and bring those mats together as well. Put them in those 4 boxes. Pause the video, and when you're done that, come back again. Number 11, decorative items. So these are all the stuff on your wall or you have hanging around to make your stuff look pretty. And this also includes your shower curtain. And number 12, any perfumes, colognes, or soaps. Remember to remove items so that you have duplicates or an excessive amount of. If they're expired, if you no longer use or need or want the item. And again, here you go. I know it's a full piece of soap. You don't want to get rid of it, but you haven't used it in a year. So put it in a little gift box and give it to a friend. Or maybe even surprise your neighbor as like a secret fairy that just leaves it at their door. Nobody knows where it comes from. It's packaged nice. It has a little ribbon, and maybe you can write something like, just because, or sending you a little magic to brighten your day. Number 13 in the bathroom would be tooth care items. So these are the old toothbrushes, old unused toothpaste, maybe toothpicks, dental floss. If it's just sitting there, put them neatly away. Give them their own space. Number 14 would be hair removal. So let's get down into your bathroom sink and into your bathtub. Make sure all the hair is taken out of there with a snake. Brings up all the hair, and you know everything is good and unclogged. And in the hair removal category, I'm also talking about products like Neat, etc., that you use on your legs or armpits for those of you that don't shave. 15 is anything to do with your nails. So emery boards, nail polish remover, your little UV lights, anything to do with nails. Put them all in one section. If there's no room for it, it has to have its own section. But honestly, with the spaces that you've actually now cleared up in your house, there probably is room for it. But chuck out all the nail polishes that are gummy and no longer go on nicely. Throw them out. That should save you a lot of room as well. Pause the video. I'll see you soon. And 16 is anything that I haven't yet said, like any personal care items that are private, anything personal that we use. So this could be yeast infection stuff. This could be vaginal itch, maybe hemorrhoid cream. Okay, so we're just going to go through the bathroom checklist, and this is old makeup, travel-sized toiletries, nearly empty bottles, expired sunblocks, worn out or ripped washcloths or towels, old nail products, expired skincare or facial products. Okay. Once that's done, come back. Hi, it's time for your home office decluttering. You know the drill. I will list them off. You go do it. When you're ready to do more, come back. Remember that if I'm listing something that you keep elsewhere in your house, you go do that. If it's not on your desk, still do that. Because I've got this so that it gets, I'm hoping, everything in your house, even if you keep it in a different room. So I'm going to list them, and if they're somewhere else, that's okay. Go do that. So, number 1, collectible items. Number 2, mail or photos. This could be photo albums that you now just want to take a picture of and put it on the cloud or onto your computer or onto a CD. DVD, I should say. Pause the video. Plants. Pause the video. Junk drawers. Pause the video. Electrical items. Pause the video. Books and magazines. Pause the video. Decor and wall items. Pause the video. Stationary items. Pause the video. Furniture. Pause the video. Paperwork. This is a toughie, but it must be done. And with all your rooms clean, it's going to be so much easier. Just lay it out on the table. Get your file cabinet out. Go through the papers. Toss. Relocate it. File. Pretty easy. And maybe beforehand, you might want to go out and get some folders or get a file folder if you don't have one. They come in so handy. I have like one of those little narrow see-through plastic bins, and I just keep my folders in there. It's perfect. Pause the video. Okay, so the checklist is books and magazines, paper clutter, old receipts, instruction manuals, CDs, DVDs, or vinyl records if you have them. If you don't listen or watch these things, you don't need them. Give them away. Broken, outdated, or unused electronics. Chargers and cords. We all have that piling up somewhere in a drawer. If you don't use the cord or you can't find anything to fit it, give it away or throw out. And I mean give it away. Don't sell these things. You can buy them for so cheap. Nobody's going to buy them. Just give them away. Shoes, handbags, and accessories. If they're somewhere where they don't belong, put them away. If you never use them, give them away. Exercise equipment that you are not using. You keep saying, one day I will, but you're not using it. So until you write the days and the times and get your schedules going, which I can help you with, I can do a Zoom call with you wherever you are in the world, and I can help you reach your goals. Remember this when you're decluttering your house. I don't mind. I work on a sliding scale, and I can meet you where you are, and you can have me anytime your budget allows. And lastly, just random objects or decor that aren't serving you anymore and they really aren't doing anything for you. You just don't want to keep them anymore. You need something new. It's not bringing you joy. Okay, pause the video and we'll see you for the next room. Okay, so the next rooms we're going to group all together, and they're going to be your garage, your basement, and or your attic. So, list of things, pause the video. When you're ready to do more, come back. You know the drill. Don't forget your music. You have to be decluttering with music because it's so much fun to dance around, and it really gives you the energy. Energy never dies. But energy can be negative or positive. And if you're going, oh, I just don't have the energy anymore, you're not going to have the energy. And it's up to you to raise your energy, no one else. So this is why in January I do a free exercise, half an hour walking, that's it, with everybody, and it's a 27-day challenge, and everyone that shows up gets a point per day, and my point system is worth $1. And so you can take that $1, that $27 at the end, and you can put it towards anything else, any course I teach or any coaching sessions that you might like. And you can also earn penny points as well. The penny points are Facebook points for those that start conversations. And you get a penny. That's pretty good. Those pennies add up too, and they can go towards your coaching sessions or to take courses, or perhaps you want to learn what Wicca is. I have a 12-week course for that. It's going to be great. But I'm diversing now. So let's get back to the garage, the basement, or the attic clutter. Here's the list. Cleaning products. Pause the video. Electrical items. Pause the video. Buckets. Pause the video. Tools. Pause the video. Containers. Pause the video. Mops and brooms. Pause the video. Mops and brooms. Witches get a new broom every time they move or every 3 years because it builds up with the energies that we're trying to sweep out. All that dirt, all that garbage. So figure out if you need a new broom. Throw the ones that you got out. Pause the video. Collectible items that you've been storing away in the garage, attic, or basement. These are tough ones to do, but you can do it. You got your 4 boxes. You got the 5th if it gets tough, but try not to use the 5th. Unfinished work projects. Put them all together. Now, put on your journal, on your calendar journal, which ones you really want to finish, and give yourself a time log, a realistic timeline. Know how much minutes you will have in the day and get it done. If it's not going to be done for 3 moons, you need to give it to someone else to finish. You need to delegate. Pause the video. unused paints or paints and brushes and anything that goes along with that. Pause the video. Craft items and fabrics. Pause the video. Memorabilia. Again, this one might be tricky for some, but you know what to do, and I got you. If you guys are having real trouble, don't forget to PM me. I'm right on Facebook. Listen Mission Pagan Peer Support group. You can find me easy. Furniture. Furniture that's not being used. Is it antique? Is it a collectible? Is there a reason why it's stored away and you can't see it? Because if it's stored away, it clearly isn't bringing you joy. Don't forget that. Give it away. Sell it. Sell it on eBay. Sell it on Facebook Market. You would be surprised who will buy it. But if your sales box is like piling up, you got stuff in there that really nobody cares about, you are only selling to other junk dealers that have the same addiction. I've interviewed quite a few of them now at flea markets, and I can see they have this mentality that people will buy them, but it's only other junk people that finds value in this. The rest of the people aren't there for that junk, unless it's a tool that they're searching for that they would rather pay, $50 for or $40 for than spending $100 and $150 at a thing. But it is an illusion. It's people who buy these things have the same childhood trauma. It's really sad to say, but it's very true. Electrical items. Pause the video. Buckets. Pause the video. Tools. Pause the video. Containers. So let's just go over everything that might be in your garage or your attic or your basement to make sure you got everything. Cleaning products. Electrical items. Buckets. Tools. Containers. Mops and brooms, collectible items, unfinished work, paints and brushes, and anything that goes with those, craft items and fabrics, memorabilia, and furniture. Now I should add your seasonal decorations. Go through those. Is there anything that you don't use anymore? Is there anything broken, etc.? Now, when you're done all three of these rooms, remember that if there's something that I didn't list, list it so that you don't forget about those items too, because everything else is clear now. So you should be able to see what's left that I didn't say and write it down into your to-do list for the next 10 minutes cleaning, or the next however long it takes you to clean that. And also let me know in the comments below if you found something that I didn't list. I would love to know, and perhaps I can add it to my videos below as well, and I can tag you and give you the credit. That pretty much concludes our video. So don't forget to either get your notebook and write the to-do list and start doing this for your everyday after you've done your house, because you must be used to it now, cleaning the house. So I want you to do it for everything, all your tasks, the different seasons. And in the different seasons, I can also give you these spiritual tasks, because my gosh, now that your house is totally decluttered, we can actually start physically cleaning it. And it's so simple now. Just wash the floors, wash the walls and light sockets, give the windows a squeegee, wipe off counters, pull out the stuff inside the cupboards, wipe it down. You could do that when you're doing the decluttering for inside drawers and cupboards. It's a little easier, in my opinion. But everything else is just wipe it down. You just move things aside, put it back, because everything has their place now. And oh my God, don't you feel so light? Don't you feel like 100 times better? Your mental clarity is coming back because you're not surrounded in things that you have to do. And now we can actually move on to getting to know yourself. Because to know is attached to one of the elements. And it's the first thing we learn when you're in traditional Wicca or you're in some other traditional pagan paths that's not Wiccan. I love you. Don't forget that you are so important, because you and only you has something to say that nobody else in the world has to say. And no one can say it like you, because you attract your people. If you are your authentic self, you would be amazed who comes along. And I want to help you build your tribe. I'll see you next time. Merry meet, blessed be. Hello, witches, pagans, and spiritual people. This is the added bonus section that I said I would add to the end of the video. For those of you that have now done each room and you want to do or empty the bins at the end of each room, or perhaps you've done your entire house and you have all these bins that you've filled. The boxes will relocate. That one should be empty. Trash, put it in there, or make a dump run if you have big stuff. When you're dealing with items that are no longer fixable, you're not going to get around to fixing them, put everything in the trash. And you're left with stuff that looks like it could be recyclable, or it's too big to put in the trash. So now there's places that are something like Earth 911. You can phone the recycling places in your area and ask what they take. Old TVs or electronics. Some take bottles, and so on. And you can Google the rest. And then we are left with give away or donate. So once you've decided the items that you want to part from, now you're stuck wondering, who am I going to give it to? How do I give these away? Well, fortunately, there are numerous places where you can donate or give away. So let's start with donation centers. Now you can Google Goodwill in your area. Everyone always has a Salvation Army. There's the Habitat for Humanity Restore. And then you can look up your local shelters or community organizations. Or maybe you'd like to sell them. How long has it been sitting around? Come on, let's be honest with yourself. Have you had the same item sitting around for 5 years? It's taking up space, it's taking away your happiness, and it's taking away the mental capacity that everyone in your home has. We need to set your home for everybody's well-being. So you give yourself a guideline, and it has to be reasonable. Anything over a year for this hanging on this item is not reasonable. Most people do the 3-moon rule. That's what I do with my groups. But I would say 9. 3 times 3, great, it's 9. And you're going to sell these items. So let's talk about the places that you can sell the item. There is eBay. There is Facebook Marketplace. There's also Craigslist, if it's still around. There's also Letgo, Next. I mean, just Google it. Places where you can sell. Pretty easy. And if you've never done them before, it can be quite daunting, but you just ask around. Someone is willing to help you do that. And make sure you yourself are doing the hands-on. You're not just watching them do it, because it's easier if you do it by yourself with them watching you, hands-on training, and then you know for sure that you're doing it right. For me, Facebook is the easiest. I know how to upload the picture. I put the price down. It has a little following. You just shows you where your description goes. It's really easy, and you'd be surprised what people buy. Or perhaps you want to do a garage sale. Or maybe you want to sell at a local flea market. You Google those in your area, or you punch in the search bar in Facebook, and a whole bunch there will come up as well. If you're going to do a garage sale, make sure you advertise. Spend a little money to get tons of money back. People think, oh, I don't want to spend the money, but you know what? If you're really advertising to the whole city, and people love garage sales, how are they going to know about yours? Grab some signs, put them on the street corner, or put it on the busiest street that's closest to you with arrows. And also put it in your newspaper. Put it on Facebook, and then decide on the cost and how long it's going to run. And they give you options, and you can also write in what you're willing to spend a day. Maybe it's only $1 a day. Maybe it's $2 a day. Depends on how much stuff you have to sell. And lastly, maybe you're wondering about costs. Now, some people at their garage sale are absolutely ridiculous on the prices that they put on items. That's what happens when a store wants a blowout sale. They go down to what they bought the item for. And so that they're not losing costs, but they're getting their wholesale price back. But if that item has already been bought, it's like driving a car off the lot. It loses its value immediately. Never sell an old item for close to its original price, no matter what condition it's in. And don't sell it for half price either, because that's what the store would have sold it for. Probably 75% off that item is the actual cost at a wholesaler. So I would go, if it's in good shape, 1/3 of the original cost. No more than that. And you will see your stuff just flying off. So if your running shoes were $20, $25, you just want to sell them for $5. You don't want $10. If they were $40 shoes, you don't sell them for $20. They're worn, they're used, right? So you don't do half price. Even a quarter price, and they're gonna fly off, and you're gonna get way more gone at the end of your garage sale. Does that make sense? Give yourself about 2 or 3 weeks, depending on how much stuff you actually got, and advertise the snot out of your sale, and you're going to be good. Excuse my words, I'm just being myself. I am not a professional video maker by any means, as you can tell. I'm just being myself. I'm just showing you that I'm just one of you. I'm not perfect. And hey, hopefully I'll get better, but I'm doing it. Okay, that was my little bonus. I am so happy for you. Make sure you write down the date that you do it. Give yourself time to get everything prepared. So be reasonable with the date. Give yourself 2 to 3 weeks, depending on how much you have to put out there. You got this. Keep going. And remember that you're a beautiful person. You are worthy. Somebody loves you. And I need to hear your voice. And so does somebody else. Have a great day.